Everybody, it's Monica with Your Best Female Figure, and today I have some quick cooking tips, a very quick circuit that I did last night, and some yoga stretches and other fun stuff. So I usually have a green smoothie for breakfast every day, and my breakfast is like at 10 o'clock. I don't like eating earlier than that. It's really unusual if I do, but sometimes I'm not in the mood for a smoothie, so I will have a veggie omelet, and this is probably one of my favorite versions of that. I do many different vegetables in my omelets, but I like spinach and mushrooms a lot, and I'll have it with a piece of toast, usually some kind of organic toast, and some coffee in my favorite coffee cup, which is have a day. It means that, you know, you can choose to have whatever kind of day you want. My favorite things about having omelets and smoothies for breakfast is that you can pack them full of vegetables, and the more vegetables you eat, the easier it is to stay lean. I usually will have this with a little bit of feta cheese and some salsa because I love spicy food, but I don't always have the cheese. I am actually cutting way back on dairy lately.
So I am getting ready to film, and I'm sitting here with my dog, Blue, trying to figure out what exercises have I already done this week in these 3 circuits that I've been doing, which exercises did I modify into different circuits, what does my body need most today, and also what equipment am I in the mood to use, because I'm not always in the mood to use the equipment that is in the circuits that I have to do, and that's totally acceptable. Like I've said before, you can modify everything in a workout. If you don't like an exercise, toss it out, find a different one. If you're not into using a certain piece of equipment, you always have an option to use a different piece of equipment that you know are more in the mood for that day. Everything can be changed in every Best Female Figure workout to make it work for you that day, that week, that month, etc.
Alright, so yesterday's circuit included 6 exercises from various circuits in Love Your Booty plan. It's a single leg deadlift, and you can do that with 2 sandballs, 1 sandball, a sandbell. You can also do it with a dumbbell or 2 dumbbells. It's totally up to you. So I'm showing 3 versions, and I hope that you don't mind that I split the screen up like that, but I did want to show that when you choose different equipment, that can actually extend the length of your workout, because some equipment actually causes you to move slower and some allows you to move faster. So you, as you train, you figure out what equipment, you know, gets you done with your workout quicker. So those are options. Like if you have a lot of time and you really want to work with a certain piece of equipment that takes longer, well then choose that. Or if you're in a rush like I was yesterday, then you would choose something, you know, that allows you to move faster. For me, that is the purple and orange sand ball. The sandbag, or sandbell as it's called, is not as easy to use because it requires you to pay a lot of attention to your grip, and if you drop it, it's not a big deal. I have dropped one of those on my foot, and that's the cool thing about working with sand, is that it really doesn't do any damage to your floors or to your body like kettlebells do. Those things hurt sometimes when you, even if you just knock your leg with them. So after you do single leg deadlift, you'll do swings, and then you'll do the curtsy lunge, which is a tactical lunge where you're, you know, just transferring the weight underneath the leg every time that you curtsy lunge from side to side. And you have the option of rotating these exercises, so you can just do them facing one direction, or you can add the rotation, which, you know, brings in a little bit more core activation. But you have to have good coordination and balance to be able to do the rotating versions of some of these exercises. So if you struggle with that, feel free to skip it and just do the regular front facing version. Now after you do the tactical lunge, you're going to do a jump squat with an overhead press, and if you want to, you can add a band, or you can just do it without a band. I ended up doing most of my circuits yesterday with a band and with the purple or the orange ball. That was my favorite way, and I did end up doing 4 rounds of this, and the reps varied a lot from circuit to circuit. So yesterday I was kind of playing around with anywhere from 10 to 20 reps on a lot of the exercises. So that caused these videos to be completely uneven. I couldn't match them up in this kind of frame that I have, chosen to be able to show you all 3 versions that I did. The 4th one was just a repeat of one of these. So one of the circuits, which is this one, was my favorite. It ended up, being a little bit longer, a minute, I think, and 45 seconds longer than the others. So as I said, if you don't have time, if you need to cut a minute and a half, from each circuit, then be sure to pick the equipment that allows you to move more quickly. And I wasn't taking any breaks when I was doing this, so I was just going through all 6 exercises back to back, and then repeating just right away. I don't remember how long it took me, but each circuit probably from the timing of these clips is probably about average 4 minutes. So if you multiply that by 4, that's a 16-minute workout. So that's pretty quick, and it's intense. And you can use weight that is as heavy as you want to use or as light as you want to use. That's totally up to you. Now, once I was finished with all 4 circuits, I decided to do some really quick stretching because I have been really bad lately about stretching after workouts. Like, I'll put it off. I'll just finish my circuit, and then I'll go. Usually I have to go make dinner for my family, so I'll not stretch. And then I come back to stretching after dinner, and your body's already cooled off, and it's just kind of a lot harder, to stretch like that. So I made myself stretch yesterday after this quick workout, and I just did, some kind of yoga stuff, yoga stretching. It's not really yoga, but they are kind of yoga type stretches that I learned from various yoga DVDs. And mainly I was focused on my hamstrings and my hips, and a little bit on my obliques. And I did try a couple of arm balances just for fun. And I was playing some really freaky, kooky music when I was doing this stretching routine, and I didn't realize it until I guess I started to listen to the lyrics of what was being played. I believe what you said, but I never do it once again. I'll return to resist my heart, but nothing can stop me from going insane. He's calling me, saying my baby girl. Oh, he's in bed with another chick in his world. I want to choke him until I treat him. I want to squeeze him. Alright, so that was a fun little song to listen to while doing yoga, right? I actually have that entire playlist of that style of music up on Facebook today if you want to go check that out. So I just tried some arm balances at the end that I haven't done in a really long time, and sundial pose, which is one of my favorite ways to stretch my hamstrings and also my obliques and my back. I really like sundial. It's not the easiest pose to get into, but it's really effective for stretching a lot of different body parts intensely, quickly. After my workout, I ran downstairs and cooked more veggies for dinner. I had this with turkey and pasta and a big salad. 11 servings of veggies a day is what I aim for. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it has been helpful. I will be back tomorrow with more exercises and tips to help you get your best female figure. Thank you so much for watching.